So I'm joined now by girls volleyball head coach Paul Nimblett, captain Lexi Curvin, and captain Sydney Wadekis. First of all, guys, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So, Coach, we'll start with you. Feel obligatory to discuss it every season just with this weird year. COVID obviously impacted everything for all sports. And the season for you guys was basically just like a month-long sprint. So first of all, how much of a preseason, if at all, did you guys have?
Well, I'll backtrack a little bit because telling the girls back in the fall that we were going to be waiting to play, you could definitely see that they were upset. But I think it was for the best because we were able to play a lot differently than they did in the fall. There was some schools, some towns that did play. But a preseason, it was definitely shorter than usual. We didn't have any scrimmages. But the really neat thing is the excitement in the gym for those girls when they came to tryouts. You could just feel that it was great to be on the court.
Yeah, that seems to be sort of the mindset for a lot of the teams we talk to. It's like, man, just happy to be out there and doing something. So you guys had a limited schedule. It wasn't your full schedule, but you played some really strong teams in the TVL.
We did.
So how was the schedule determined, and how does knowing you're seeing only a limited number of teams sort of impact your mindset, if at all?
Oh, it was definitely different. And part of it was because of the COVID protocol, playing the same team twice in a week, back to back. And when you're playing some of these really powerhouse schools, Hopkinton's always up there, Medfield's up and coming, Holliston is a good program. So it really impacted us in the way that usually you'll see a team once and you'll have a long time to prepare. It was really quick. Mm-hmm. And that in some aspects was a change, but it was also difficult, because these schools are really good. And we did improve on some of those back-to-backs, which was really good.
Yeah, so with that being said, give us a little bit of a season recap. You don't have to go through every game, just sort of how the season went.
I mean, it started off, playing those tough teams to start. I think it was Medfield we started with. And they're up and coming. But then we played Holliston at home and actually had one of our best matches. We didn't win, but it went 5 sets, and we had a chance at the end. So that was definitely a good sign. And as we went along, the schedule was just really tough. Hopkinton twice, which is really good. Ashland, which was really good this year. They had 10 seniors, so they were a really senior-laden team. But I knew that we were a good team, and our record didn't show where we were, and we really finished strong playing Dedham on the road and beating them. But the biggest one was a Norton team that only had 2 losses on the season. We went into their gym on their senior night and beat them 3-0.
That's awesome.
That's a huge win for us.
That's awesome. So captains, turning to you guys now. I'd argue volleyball is sort of an up-and-coming sport in the town, definitely increased in popularity over the past couple of years. And it's probably not one a lot of kids say, oh, I've been playing this since I was 4 years old. So first things first, I was just kind of curious how long you have all been playing and how'd you first get involved?
Well, so I started because my sister was playing. So I started in like 4th, 5th grade just by doing, summer camps. Mm-hmm. And then throughout middle school, I did Coach Nimblett's clinic he held after school like once a week. And then by then I realized, oh my gosh, this sport, this is a really fun sport. So then in 8th grade, I started playing club, and then throughout high school, I played club too, and then here at the high school club.
So my brothers played volleyball when they were in high school, and then so I kind of knew about it and started playing with them at home, but I didn't start until I was a freshman at Norwood High School. So.
Now, Coach, they mentioned the clinic a little bit. Is that something you've sort of been trying to focus on, knowing that volleyball is not one of those sports that people sort of just play growing up?
Well, yeah, definitely. It's one of those things that the kids are really starting to get into at the middle school. And yeah, I was running that weekly clinic. Obviously, I couldn't run it last year because of COVID, but I do a summer camp in the summer through the rec department. But I remember back in middle school, Lexi was in one of my health classes. I teach wellness there, and I said, "What is your goal when you get to high school?" And she says, "I want to be a varsity volleyball player." And here she is, and she was a captain, and they both were great captains for me. But they've also been instrumental with the younger players, getting them involved. And one of the exciting things is coming up. We have a lot of interest coming into this upcoming season with incoming freshmen.
That's awesome. So now you guys as captains, along with your coach, obviously have the responsibility of being leaders to the team. So how challenging, if at all, was this season with everything else going on? Did you try to treat it like any other season, or how'd you approach that?
So we really started with this year was different, obviously, and we weren't playing in the fall, so we had the fall league, which was really cool. And we usually do a summer league, but it kind of carried over, so it kind of got the girls more excited and hyped up for the season in the spring. So that was really cool and different. Yeah.
Totally, yeah. And I mean, as Coach mentioned, you guys may have got off to a bit of a shaky start, but definitely came on stronger towards the end of the season. So what would you say, and you can both take this, one of you if you want, what would you say sort of was the highlight of the season? It doesn't have to be a particular match. It could be something going on with the team, whatever you want it to be.
For me personally, my highlight was the Norton game because, like Coach said, they 2 losses throughout the whole season. They were pretty a really good team, and we beat them, and it was also my birthday that day.
Oh,
so it was our last game. So it was just a really good way to end the season, a good little birthday gift. So it was a really good game.
Sydney, would you echo that one?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that game. It was really fun, and the girls were just so happy and excited, and it ended our season really well. So.
Did you guys know going into that they were only a 2-loss team?
Yeah, we did. Coach told us at practice one day. We were like, okay, but it just motivated us to play even harder, and we definitely did. We came out and really proved ourselves.
That's awesome. And then you guys are probably thinking, well, why couldn't we get Dedham and Norton on the schedule twice?
Yeah, or some of the other teams that we usually play, like a Bellingham.
No, for sure.
Millis.
So now you guys are graduated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are your plans for the fall? Do you have anything scheduled, lined up, whether it's college or work or whatever?
Yeah, so I'm going to be attending Fairfield University in the fall, and I'm going to be majoring in psychology and elementary ed. And I also plan on playing club volleyball in college.
Perfect.
So
that was my next question.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm going to URI, and I will also be doing psychology and also playing club. So
awesome. You gotta love to hear that.
Oh yeah. I mean, volleyball is such a lifetime sport. You can play it throughout your life. You know, I'm so excited that they're continuing on.
And I never played volleyball in high school or anything, but I did play club volleyball. It's a lot of fun at the college level. So you guys will have a blast. So Coach, finally, I'd just like to sort of wrap up with, you sort of started to go down that road a little bit, but just talk to me a little bit about your captains and everything they've done for you.
They've been with me for a long time. They came to the clinics when they were younger, as Lexi mentioned, and they were involved, with her brothers playing. They didn't play here, but she was involved, in middle school. I remember her talking about her brothers playing and everything. Same thing with Lexi. And they just, with this year, they did such a great job. Communication is one of the keys to being a captain, especially in this situation. So they were very communicative. They were very positive with their teammates. I couldn't have asked for a better captain in both of them.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on a good season. We're just happy you guys got to have one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So good luck to you two as you
you.
head off to college in the fall. And if you ever want to come back and give us an update on how fantastic your volleyball club season was, we'll be happy to have you.
Definitely.
Thanks for having us.